Leary, the Suspicious Crocodile, and the Cure Conundrum, The Final Dose, Part 2. Leary was not having a good day. First, the cure started disappearing. Then, he got stonewalled by a shady panda in a pinstripe suit, who turned out to be a cheetah. Then, he walked into a bank robbery mid-heist and had to beat up a bunch of second-rate henchmen. And now, Greedy Business Bear had just crashed a truck through a wall and was holding all of the stolen cures hostage. Leary chewed on his wooden stick. He took a deep breath and said, "You know, I really should have stayed in bed today." A very smug bear and a very smug cheetah agreed. Greedy Business Bear adjusted his tie like he hadn't just smashed through federal property. Beside him, Chad the cheetah, a known con artist, liar, and overall shifty dude, grinned like this was all part of some big joke. Leary didn't like that grin. "Detective Leary?" Greedy said, smugly. "Just the guy I was hoping to see." Leary scowled. "Yeah? Well, sometimes wishes do come true, even for villains." Greedy laughed. "Always the same, aren't you? No appreciation for a well-executed plan." Leary folded his arms. "Yeah, you smashed a truck into a bank, efficiently. You should be real proud of yourself. Real genius-level thinking. Bet the city's gonna love that one." Greedy chuckled, wiggling the remote in his paws. "Detective Leary, the cures, every last missing bottle, are in the back of this truck. And it's just your luck that they're all rigged to something. So careful, detective," Greedy said smoothly. "If you try anything, these cures might just vanish forever." Leary narrowed his eyes. "What's that mean?" "Let us go, and you don't have to find out," Chad said, with a cunning tone. Leary didn't trust a single word Greedy and Chad said, so naturally, he did what any reasonable crocodile detective would do. He lunged for the truck. Bam! Chad the cheetah kicked him square in the gut. Leary staggered back, coughing. "You know," he grunted, "I had a feeling you'd do that." Chad flicked dust off his pinstripe suit. "It's my job," he snapped. Greedy sighed dramatically. "Why do you insist on fighting, Leary?" Leary cracked his knuckles. "Keeps me in shape." Greedy rolled his eyes. "Fine, if you insist." And then he snapped his fingers. The henchmen Leary had just finished beating up were back on their feet. Leary groaned. "Oh, come on." Leary versus everyone. Jamal the fox, Bryce the hyena, and Rick the raccoon were all still sore and mildly concussed. But they had one thing going for them. They outnumbered Leary 5-1. Leary popped his neck. "All right, round 2. Bryce swung first. Leary ducked. Bryce hit Jamal instead. Jamal yelped and fell into a filing cabinet. Bryce swore. "Why do you always move?" Leary grinned. "I don't know, Bryce. Maybe stop swinging so low." Bryce growled and swung again, this time with a chair. Leary sidestepped. Bryce hit Rick instead. Rick yelled and fell over. "Dude, pick a target!" Bryce yelled. "I'm trying!" Leary smiled. "Do better, chumps!" Meanwhile, Greedy and Chad watched like it was a sports game. Chad the cheetah sipped a soda. Greedy Business Bear sighed. "They're terrible at this." Chad nodded. "Yeah, you should really hire better people." Greedy grumbled. "I tried." Back to Leary kicking butt. Bryce finally managed to land a punch. Too bad it was on Rick again. Rick groaned, "Dude, I quit." Then he just laid down. Leary shrugged. Wise choice. Jamal came running at him. Leary stepped aside. Jamal tripped over Rick and fell face first into the floor. Leary sighed. Honestly, fellas, I'm disappointed. Bryce threw a desperate punch. Leary caught it mid-air. Then he body slammed him. Bryce landed with a thud. Leary dusted off his coat. All right, who's next? Then silence. Rick was still lying down. Jamal was face first on the floor. Bryce was reconsidering his life choices. Leary stretched. Guess that means I win. A very angry bear and cheetah growled. Guess we gotta do it ourselves, Greedy said. Greedy raised the remote. Fine. If we can't have the cures, no one can. Ha 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 ha. He pressed the button. Nothing happened. Greedy blinked. He pressed it again. Still nothing. He pressed it 5 more times. Leary smirked. Problem, Greedy? Greedy frowned. Chad? Chad checked the truck, and his face went pale. It's empty. Greedy's eyes widened. What? Leary chewed his stick. Greedy and Chad froze. But Leary grinned. Guess you fellas didn't count on me having a backup plan, eh? Greedy Business Bear was losing his mind. 1 second, he had every missing cure in this truck. The next, poof, gone, vanished. Like a free sample tray at the grocery store. And standing there, smug as ever, was Leary the suspicious crocodile, twirling a tiny vial of the cure between his claws. Leary grinned. Something wrong, fellas? Greedy gasped in horror. Chad the cheetah was shaking the truck. Where are they? Where are they? Leary chewed his wooden stick. Oh, the cures. Yeah, I moved them like an hour ago. Greedy stared. You what? Leary shrugged. You know, just in case a certain bear and a certain cheetah tried something shady. Greedy's face twitched. You? How? When? What? Leary patted his trench coat. I've been in this business a long, long time. And let me tell you, you two, predictable. Chad gasped. You're bluffing. Leary raised an eyebrow. Oh yeah? He snapped his fingers, and suddenly, from a nearby alley, Mr. Turtle locked eyes with Leary and gave him an assuring salute, and then casually walked off. You let a turtle steal our stolen cures? Shouted Greedy. Leary grinned. And you didn't even notice. Chad's ears flattened. I feel insulted. Leary nodded. You should. Leary wasn't a planner. He was a think on his feet, punch first, ask questions later kind of guy. But after years of dealing with Greedy Business Bear, he knew one thing for sure. The guy never changed. So when he realized Greedy was probably behind the cure theft, Leary did what any smart detective would do. Leary called in a favor. He enlisted those he knew were not involved to help steal them back, which meant forcing Mr. Turtle to stay awake past 5 p.m., while Leary was causing a distraction at the pharmacy. Mr. Turtle had snuck into the warehouse and wheeled all of the cures away. Very slowly. It took a while, like a really long while. But hey, it worked. And now, Greedy and Chad were losing their minds. And Leary was loving every second of it. Greedy and Chad began to crumble. Greedy was fuming. Chad was hyperventilating. You ruined everything, Greedy roared. Leary shrugged. That's kind of my thing. Greedy snapped. Chad, get him. Chad blinked. What? Why me? Greedy whipped around. You're supposed to be fast. Chad scuffed. Yeah, but he's got big teeth. Leary flashed his teeth. Real big. Chad held up his paws. I'm not fighting him. Greedy growled. You're literally a cheetah. I'm out, Chad said, while walking away. Greedy lost it. Get back here! Chad took off running. Greedy chased after him, and Leary just watched. Well, that was easy, said Leary. Greedy spun around and made his way back toward Leary. I am not going to lose to you again, Leary. Leary sighed. Buddy, you've already lost. Greedy grabbed the remote. I still have this. Leary threw his wooden stick at Greedy's face. Bonk, knocking him right in the head. He fell straight to the ground, and the remote flew out of Greedy's paws and landed right at Leary's feet. Then the cops arrived. Greedy got hauled away, still ranting about his brilliant plan. He glared at Leary from the back of a police van. You think you won, Crocodile, he growled. Leary sighed. Oh, I know I did. Greedy huffed. Mark my words, Leary, I'll be back. Leary smirked. Enjoy prison, pal. Leary raised an eyebrow. He stood in the middle of a crime scene, with the cops hauling away the bad guys, at least most of them. Chad the cheetah? Gone. Vanished. Probably halfway to another city by now, sipping on an expensive smoothie he didn't even pay for. But Leary was exactly where he wanted to be. With the cures recovered, the town was saved, again, and as usual, everyone owed it all to Leary, with a little help from Turner the Turtle. Leary chewed his wooden stick, proud of his accomplishments. Okay, maybe he was a little more than proud. Maybe he was a little smug. But come on, he earned it. And best of all, he had the cures. Right where they belonged. Safe, secure. Because at the end of the day, Leary wasn't in it for the glory. He just liked proving people were up to no good. And now, another case closed. Another victory won. And another wooden stick to chew on. Life was good. Suspicious, but good. The end.